in South Florida a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kickoff for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Chiefs.
First down, Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Mahomes firing complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gain on the play.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up To be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Boredom. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Boredom. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and...
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give to Boredom. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Tyreek Hill. A 5-yard.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill 50 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
53, check 53. Check.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Complete to the running back, Matt Boredom. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here I come.
Jim, go Jim.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the...
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard
So
line.
from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
31-yard line.
Check safety.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Fitzpatrick a give to Boredom. And some room to run now. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 2. Hey, Chip. Come on.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Chiefs 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties
point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied it there.
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 61 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling for action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, here's Boredom. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
The wide receiver. Anthony Hitchens brought him down. A 1-yard pickup.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Breida on a toss left. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 47 yards.